us anywhere. We get the itch. We're off to find the proper pitch. Let's just some us get on out. Off we go, kick it about. Win or lose, we're having fun. We won't quit until we're done. We got hot when we play. Take you on any day.
Hockey with an Accent is presented by Molson.
Heart attack.
Heart attack. Oh, my God. Mo, you got to move down. All right.
I'm sorry. I was surfing there.
We are standing. Mathieu Dandenault. Hockey with an accent. What a game, people. What a game. I mean, like 9 shots. That's it. Like, it was unbelievable. PC Labrie will be joining us. People on the chat, bring it in. We need to talk to you. We want to know what your impressions were. It's a feel-good story, that's for sure. But what a game. Very stressful. Big Mo, I got to sit down here. My God, I was nervous. We've been pacing for the last 2.5 hours. Big Mo, the king of kings. My God, huh? It got so hot out there, like Momesso's antipasti. What do you think about the game, Mo?
I really like Game 6, except for the end. And this game here, man, what can you say? Tampa Bay, they threw everything at them, and Dobich was the man. So you look back at the other game, and it was Vasilevsky, and tonight it was Dobich. He was the player of the game. There's no question about it. Without him, they wouldn't be in this position, and he definitely gave them the chance. He was like, come on, guys, time to wake up. I'm making the saves. Let's be honest. Tampa should have won that game. I mean, we know that. Everyone knows that. But we talked about who's going to steal a game in this series. Vasilevsky did it in Game 6, and Dobich did it in this Game 7. And you got to give hats off to him for doing that, just allowing the Canadiens a chance to get that win. So we know it wasn't pretty.
Yeah.
9 shots. Seriously?
9 shots. It's almost embarrassing.
I don't know if that's a record. We talked about it.
Yeah.
Has anybody won a Game 7 with 9 shots? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No.
It looks like it was a totally different team out there, and I think getting the lead was great, obviously.
Yeah.
But then then they sat on it, and then they kind of forgot how to play. They were just playing like super like defensive, but they didn't play smart. They wouldn't get the red line. They kept bringing the puck back all the time. They won the faceoffs all the time. Icing. Like the guys were not on the same page. But we're gonna bring in PC Labrie right now.
Control your kids.
I think it'd be fun to kind of rub it in a bit because he's a Tampa Bay alumni. Yeah.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Eh? Well, PC, what do you think? Like 9 shots. I mean, that's at least they got the win, but so much videos to do again before the Buffalo series.
Yeah, and to be honest, I texted Simon behind the scenes during the third period. I was like, okay, what's the record? What's the record, guys, about the shot less for 30 minutes of game for a goalie with the intermission? It's over an hour without a shot. So then when you get a little flip of the stick by the goal line, Vazzy must have been like, okay, what is this garbage coming at me? And then what a goal by New Hook. I mean, that's a steal. We got to give them credit. And they did it. So now I'm in the bandwagon. I'm jumping on the bandwagon all the way with the Habs.
All the way?
That's it. All the way.
All the way to the cup?
That's what happened with the Montreal Canadiens. When you see it happen, more guys are gonna get in there, and we're going all the way.
Yeah, it was.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it's awesome. It's great for the city. Great for all the fans. Obviously, I mean, Marty St. Louis, like Sergio, going into the third, like you had to scramble all the lines. Like he had to get something going. Caulfield, I mean, wasn't present. I think he had that one shot, which was a flip again, like PC just mentioned.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't there, so he had to get something done because I mean, no shots in the second. Like, are you happy with the way he came out and threw all the lines, different mixes together in the third?
Yeah, I did. He went Dandenault, Caulfield, and Anderson, and that was the line that kind of turned. It was the 10-minute mark. We were looking at each other. I go, are they going to get a shift, at least a 30, 45-second shift in the zone? I mean, you can throw all the stats out the window and all those things, you know. Like, it comes to, like, are you willing to start the work? Are you willing to dump the puck deep? And get in there behind your D and have a couple minutes and 2-3 shifts in a row, or do we always have to try to make a play at the line, not get it in? I don't know how many icings we did, and then when we throw it in, like just that simple play, Caulfield, he throws it on the goalie. Anderson's in there for a check. Throw it in his corner. Get him in there to go. That's what he's there for, to dig it out for you to get back in front of the net. But Dobson, I thought, on that shift, again, he was calm. He took the hit, got the puck up on the play along the boards. I thought he had a great game for a guy that hasn't played in almost 3 weeks.
That's true.
Hop into Game 7, and he looked calm and definitely needed him. And on that shift, they were there 45 seconds. And then the next shift, and then they ended up scoring a shift or two later, that goal. And, it's not fancy. It's just throwing something to the net. They didn't want to throw anything to the net. Even from the corner, Tampa was doing it all the time. If it wasn't for Dobish, all those rebounds, they were just trying to throw it at his feet to get something because these games are normally very tight. So anything towards the net, a scramble in front is dangerous. And they just didn't seem to want to do it.
Yeah.
And then they score that goal from behind. Like BC says, Vasilevsky hasn't had any shots hardly.
Yeah.
And we joke about it with the Peach when he's here.
Yeah.
And I text him, actually, because he's doing TV tonight. I go, is this the plan?
Yeah.
We don't give him any shots because he was so good last game. And now we just shoot, not even once in the second. Let's keep him cold.
Yeah.
And then we'll score from behind the net.
Yeah.
Well, if that was the plan, then it worked. But I don't know if that's the plan.
PC, do you think?
Sergio, that's so funny that what Sergio is saying, because I'm sitting there with one of my best buddy watching the game, and that's exactly what we said. We're like, do you think it's in the plan to actually get Vazzy to get cold and not shooting the puck? Obviously, it's not a plan.
No.
But don't shoot if it's not a grade A. And Tampa did not give them anything. They were always like on the outside and don't shoot it. Don't shoot it. And somehow it worked. That's what's crazy about the whole thing. Is crazy.
Do you think that's one of the issues, PC, is that, you get shut out at home. You had all these chances. Vasilevsky was awesome. Now, do you think it goes into the player's mind, like going into Game 7, like, wow, we can't beat him with our best stuff. So now they got to think like we have to absolutely have like a tic-tac-toe type of play. Does it play like a mind game when you go into a game like that?
But that's exactly what it looked like. It was like, that's exactly what I was thinking of. It always looked like they were trying for the perfect play, the fancy, but you know what they say in playoff is fuck the pretty, let's get gritty, right? But we didn't see that. They were trying to go for the perfect pass, and and it wasn't going to the net. They got caught, and Tampa was doing the same thing. They were getting more pucks on net, but some passes, like they were coming on in your zone, and you could see that they were trying that pass across. It got caught, and to get back to you guys, like Dobson, first game in a month, incredible. By the way, I think he finished with 4 or 5 hits tonight. That's the most he had in a playoff game ever.
Wow.
So, like, by him to come back cold like that and just jump in and be the solid demon that they give him the contract for, hats off to him.
Well, how about now? That's a good segue. How about we do the aces of the night? People on the chat, we're watching you. Like, if people are scrambling in there. There's some swear words in there. Ooh, ah, ah. So, Sergio, who's your ace tonight?
Well, you mentioned him. For me, it's Noah Dobson.
Wow.
He comes into the lineup.
It's huge.
He's a right-handed shot. We missed that. Even though everyone was playing well up to this point, it was a weird game, right? I just didn't expect this type of performance. I thought it'd be a lot back and forth like the last game, but he was solid. He was in there. He was taking the hits. He had some shots on net, and he's just calm, right? He's been there in the big game, so I like that calm presence when you're back on defense, like. Unlike some other D, we talked about Matheson. I mean, they're just throwing the puck out, icings, and just bad decisions. And I thought he was him and Hudson. I thought on defense were the best two defensemen there. Yeah. And you know what? And it's nice to see him back. That's for sure. And it was great. He's back, so he's back for the next round. So that looks good, but obviously Noah Dobson was key back on defense.
I did like his game a lot too, and he was a presence back there, especially in the first. Like you calmed the nerves a bit. The Canadiens actually came out pretty good in the first period, but his presence out there, and like you just mentioned, like going down the lineup, the matchups, then you can have an easier pair. Like they took Jack Guy out, so it was sort of like he calmed everybody down. But at the same time, like you saw, he had some good shots. I mean, he didn't get any shots. Did you see some missed shots over there? But you saw his one-timer was kind of there. So he's back. Like, basically, he's back. So that was a question mark. But just to have him out there, because at some times during the game, like, you had to throw in like a Gallagher sometimes because the younger guys were kind of panicking. Like, they were panicking on the ice. And that's why you like to have those veteran presence because people were just not following up in the play. So he was good. I didn't think he gave the puck. He didn't give the puck away that easily. And so he had a calming presence for sure. PC, what do you think of Dawson's game?
Just exactly like you guys. I think he made it look so easy that it kind of made the guys relax a little bit. Like he had some clean shot from inside the dot, inside the half, the hash mark in the slot, and Dobesh made it look like so easy, even though it was a grade A shot. And to me, that kind of set up the tone for the team.
Yeah.
Well, he keeps it simple.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to learn from that. A lot of players, not just defense, but just make the simple play. I don't know how many times we had like 4 feet to gain the red line, and we decide to go back in our zone.
It drives me nuts.
I'm sorry,
Sergio, it drives me nuts.
Kucherov's on your ass. He's chasing you, and you want to go back, and then you want to go D to D, and they're forechecking like hell. And they've been doing it all game.
Yeah.
Like, don't you think you've been in the zone long enough that you want to go back in there? It's like take another stride. Get it to the next guy ahead of you, or get the line and get the hell off.
Yeah.
You're struggling. It's not like a game where you have control. you know when you have the puck and you're controlling it.
Yeah.
And things are happening. Yeah, let's go back D to D, boom, and we're going up the ice. But that wasn't the case. There's some games it's just the way it is.
Yeah.
You're getting hounded. It's not happening. So you really gotta bear down and play a simple game and say we're gonna have to grind the goal here. And not play that game that we're maybe used to. And hats off to Tampa. I mean, they were hounding the puck. That fourth line was amazing. So anyway, they got it done. But you could learn from just being simple. I don't know if the moment of Game 7 was just heavy on a lot of players, but it seemed that. But they looked. it just looked different than the other games.
I saw stuff that it's strict nerves. I mean, that's what you see because at one time, what happens is that there's a battle along the boards, and then you see Bolduc trying to go and help and cheat to help because he's trying to overdo it. And then what happens? They pass it right to his open defenseman for a clear shot. It's stuff like that. It's the little details that you're trying to do too much. You're trying to be the hero. You're trying to dance through everybody, and you get poke check. And then at the same time, like you mentioned, like those red line, it's a red line play. Matheson, that one play in the third where he's got Kucherov on his ass. Just keep skating. You're a faster skater, and he tries to curl back in it, and then the puck stays. And it's those little details like that you gotta manage your game better. I think there's lots of room for improvement. Yes, they won the game, but there's lots of room for improvement.
Yeah, and it's not like we don't want to like criticize, but we're just laying out the facts.
No, exactly.
And we're like, hey, let's.
I thought Hudson had an
better.
awesome game. Like he was engaged the whole time. He was in it.
Yeah.
And he made some great plays here and there, offensively, defensively. But overall, I mean, we've got a lot of stuff, to review for the opening series against Buffalo. PC, who's your ace tonight?
I have to go with the Captain Clutch, Suzuki. Before the game even start, like again, I was chatting and I asked my buddy who played the hockey for a while, and you know what? He actually just retired this year, and I asked him one thing. I said, "Do you right now in the same situation as Montreal and Tampa? Let's say there's a expansion draft tomorrow, and you have choice between Kucherov and Suzuki, and they're only available for the first round. And now you got to pick one of the two. Who do you pick to start your team? You know?" And he answered what I had in mind. He went with Suzuki, and I was like, I just asked because I didn't want to say it before you answer it, and that makes so much sense to me that just Suzuki is actually a guy that you can count on for the future of a team, right? And sorry, guys.
No, it's good.
I'm having a little bit of a. Okay, it's good. It's working.
You look good.
So Suzuki is the guy. So Suzuki is the guy you want to go with for the long run, right? But now we're talking in the moment, present, and they did it. He actually is a huge factor why they clinched first round, and now it's just about momentum and trying to pursue what they're on right now. You don't want to lose that momentum, and right now they proved that they can win on the road. So Buffalo shouldn't be more of I don't know what you guys think, but I don't see Buffalo stopping them. The only thing I see is I feel like Tampa was a good matchup. Last year, Washington wasn't. And the one that gave them the most trouble, if you talk about a player, is Hagel. So if you have less Hagel type of player, like less dog type of player in a team, I think they're going to have more chance to win moving forward.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Hagel, he must be in Slav's head, eh? Even at the end, like he's the one that checked the puck away on the
That's unbelievable that they didn't score. He didn't score there. We were like, oh my God.
Yeah, he didn't score. But Suzuki, I thought Suzuki played a solid game. Yeah. Like how much?
Unreal.
How much did he play? 22, 42.
Shots, everything.
Goal. 3 shots. I thought he was good. He was a present. He didn't panic with the puck. I remember one time I think it was in the first, like he had heat on him and he made a nice pass up the middle. Like he did not panic with the puck. Unfortunately, some of his teammates did, but I think that's part of the learning curve. Like I think the good thing about this game, it's so, but everybody got some major experience, and then you can have the feedback about how they played individually and as a team, and you can learn a lot from that. But Suzuki was solid, which is good to me. I mean, you want your leaders, you want everybody to follow your leaders, and Suzuki was top notch. So absolutely, he deserves to be an ace PC. As for myself, I guess you guys on the chat are in with me, but I think we all are. We can all agree. Dobesh was the king tonight. He stole that game. He was unbelievable. Key saves all the time. not erratic at all. I mean, he gave the Montreal Canadiens that confidence. And even though after they were, I think that's one of the problems that the Canadiens, after scoring that first goal, thought, well, we got Dobish is playing a hell of a game back there. So they relied a bit too much on him. But Dobish was solid. He was key. His puck tracking was unbelievable. So he's my ace tonight. People on the chat, go ahead, give me some more, but I see a lot of aces there.
Yeah.
Sergio, what do you think about his game?
Wow, what can you say? He was incredible. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be going to Buffalo. So teams got a hats off, because he was solid the whole series. He was. And did I think maybe tonight he was going to be that great? I thought he needed a lot more help from his teammates, but he covered everyone, right? He covered everyone in this one. And they owe him a better game one in Buffalo, that's for sure. And I think they will respond. But, yeah, he definitely stole it. So Vasilevsky stole the one there in Game 6, and he definitely did it tonight. I mean, you're right. You could just tell, right? You could see it. The other night with Vasilevsky, you're like, oh, my God, it's going to be tough to score. He's saving everything. And same like this game, especially even in the second period, I was like, oh, my God. They didn't have any shots, and he was incredible. They're always in the zone. So, and they had a lot of people in front of the net. They were bothering him. They were trying to deflect pucks. They were throwing it from the corner. There was scrambles in front, shots that came from the point. So he had a lot going on, and he handled it, man. That was very impressive.
PC, going into this series, like, Dobish to me was one of the biggest question marks. Yeah, he played awesome down the stretch, but you never know how a player is going to react in his first postseason like that. What do you think? Like, is he pretty much the MVP of the first round for you?
I gotta, yeah. If it's not him, I mean, everyone else was kind of up and down. He's been the most consistent for sure. If we go all the way, like, is there one game that you're like, oh, Dobish could have been better? No, there's not. He was always into it, keeping his team into it, and if he keeps that in the round 2, I mean, after that, it will be really hard to stop him, because he will have his mojo going, and it's tough to pick on something else. Like, I think he's got the aura around him right now, and the boys are feeling him, and he's almost like an untouchable. I mean, you don't see any flaws in his game. Like, it's pretty rare where you can be like, just having a doubt. Like, sometimes there's a rim on the board and the goalie will come out and you're like, oh, what is he doing? Like, what's that play? But for him, once it happened, he made kind of a suspicious exit out of his goal. And even that exit, he looked like in full confidence, even if he kind of messed up. Like, he just looked like he was in control. And so to me, he is the MVP of the first round. You're right, Matt. But I mean, I want to know, what do you guys think of the Tampa Bay Lightning? If you look on the other side, did they really came out the way we thought? Is that all that? Did you guys expect more from them?
Well, obviously the Tampa Bay, I think now it's like 21 games in a row where they haven't had the lead in the first period, something like that, some crazy stat. So I mean, wow. they're always on the heels coming out, and you'd think after a solid, Game 6 that they won that game in a hostile building, you come out at home and try to feed off that momentum, but they just can't get it going in the first period for whatever reason. Yeah. Obviously, Hedman. I mean, they missed Hedman throughout that series.
Of course.
But I still say Montreal was a better team in that series. Not tonight, but overall in the series, I thought he was much better.
Yeah, they should have won in Game 6. Like, Braden Point only scored one goal.
I think Braden Point was injured for sure.
Yeah.
Which begs the question, is our super number 13 hurt now? Because, I mean, they finally, on the last period of that series, they separated Suzuki and Caulfield. I mean, finally, because he hasn't generated anything. Like, what do you do, Sergio? What do you do with a Cole Caulfield right now?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, because now you're playing Buffalo, which is it's a different type of team than Tampa. I think Tampa and Montreal were very similar and the way they play and the type of players that they have, skill and quickness and this and that. And Buffalo went to get more size for the playoffs, and I think that served them well against Boston. Now they're playing Montreal. It's going to be a different type of game against them, Interesting to know. I don't know the series between them this year. I don't know if our buddy Simon can pull up the stats, but
He will.
He will. And I would say that if I recall that they scored one power play goal in the game 4 against Boston. Like, they were having trouble on the power play.
Yep.
And we Canadians struggled a bit too on the power play at the end. After that first game where they scored 3, I think they only scored 2 after for the rest of the series. Like tonight too, they're trying to just be too fancy, right? So I think that stuff that they're going to need to adapt to when you play against a team, you'll see how the series goes on, guys. Everyone knows it. You play a new team now. It's going to be different challenges, different type of players, and I think they'll try to be physical against Montreal for sure. But I think maybe those type of bigger guys that Caulfield can kind of maneuver around more, and then maybe Tampa, the speedy guys. So it'll be interesting to see. It'll be a game-by-game adjustment. I think they'll kind of go back to their lines to start, and then we see.
What about you, PC? Do you think you start with the same line, or you put Caulfield further down the lineup because he's not producing?
Well, like you guys just mentioned, like the line, it's what started the second goal for the Habs, right? He threw what was it, like Caulfield, Anderson, and Dandenault, was it? I think.
Yeah, and
in the third.
Yeah, and with who did we see? I think Caulfield. It was at the 10-minute mark. That was the only shift.
And then
and then they had that. That's exactly
they
it.
Started having like a little bit momentum, and the couple shots on net. Caulfield got a clean shot from the slots, and then what changed? And then right away after, boom, like it kind of started from there. So to me, that's just another indication that it's not a bad thing to mix it up, because when you mix it up, like John Cooper had to actually be like, okay, so now what? Like, how do I match what I want? Like, now that it's starting to be a shuffle and I can't keep up with all this. Like, I don't know what it's next, like the next move's going to be. So to me, it's kind of what got things going, and now maybe we'll see more of that. And I think that could help Caulfield to get those little free holes on the ice, free space when he doesn't get the coverage from the other team.
We just saw something.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You guys, like, I don't know. For me, Buffalo, they finish ahead of Montreal and Tampa, but I don't see them like a bigger threat than Tampa was. Like, I think Tampa has a big like better goalie, and now it's like to the point where, like, okay, you're right. Point didn't do much. Gwenzel didn't do much. Cooch didn't do much. So did they just fell on a slump at the same time, or were the Montreal Canadiens just able to shut them down? And if they were able to shut them down, then that means they can pretty much shut down anybody.
Yeah,
right?
That's a good point. Simon brought up the season series. It's 2-2, 13 goals for, 13 goals against. Like, it's gonna be another tight one. That's for sure.
But I give the edge to the goaltending, like PC said.
Yes.
Right. So that's that edge. They'll figure that all out in the next couple of days. But Max. It was funny, before the playoffs started, didn't know where the Canadiens were going to play, and he's like, I want to go to Tampa.
Yeah.
It was either Buffalo or Tampa. Well, guess what?
Yeah.
You're going to Buffalo now.
Yeah.
You went to Tampa. You got a little sun.
Yeah.
Now you're going back up north, Max.
Yeah.
Have some wings,
Yeah.
couple beers. You're going to Buffalo.
Well, at least he goes 2 weeks later, which is it might be a little warmer in Buffalo than it was the last week. So good for Max. Obviously, Max will be back eventually, but he's doing all the TV stuff. Don't worry, we got you covered. I mean, we love these post-game shows too. I mean, we were excited today. Is it time? Yeah, it's time. Our Molson segment, Molson Canadian Player of the Game. Molson, the official beer of the Montreal Canadiens, proud partner and fan. Everyone in. And tonight, he's got to be a Canadian. And you know what? We talked about the aces, so we gave him the Canadian Player of the Game. Alexandre Newhook. Alex Newhook, I think, deserves to be the player of the game. Like, that goal was great. He was good. He played well. And Sergio, you can see a Stanley Cup champion, a Stanley Cup player, like this calmness on the ice, and then he produced that big game-winning goal.
Yeah, and you're right. When he was out there, he didn't panic. A lot of times he took a hit, man. One time at the red line, he knew he was going to get smoked. He's not a big guy, but he got it in. He knew what he had to do on certain plays, and they're not plays that show up on the sheet. Obviously, the big one is the goal. And again, you look at the two goals. Tipped by Suzuki, ends up hitting a defenseman and going in. And then his goal from behind the net ends up hitting Vasilevsky in the back and goes in. It's just right time, throw it in front, and he gets the break there. But if you don't throw it to the front, if we're going to start going back to the point and all that, like, there's so many times I really want guys to shoot pucks more from those angles when it's very, very tight and you don't get a lot of shots. You have to take everything. And I think the veteran player like Newhook, you mentioned, played for Colorado. He was one of the players that I wrote down that was solid tonight. With Suzuki, Anderson, I thought Dandenault was good too, and obviously Hudson, and we talked about Dobish, but absolutely Suzuki was. Newhook was there. What's going on? Is there?
PC, there's a party, a Game 7 post party going on.
Sorry, I get all that.
City.
Is there a problem with the plumbing over there?
Yeah,
what's all that noise?
The kids are not to bed already. And
Did
somebody eat too much chili?
The karaoke machine downstairs. I'm about to go yell downstairs.
PC, what do you think
my
about
God. Sorry,
Newhook's
guys.
game?
It's okay. It's hilarious.
It's fine.
Everyone's happy.
Hey, everybody,
That's what
there's a
happens
lot
in
of
Game
passes
7,
right
guys.
now.
It's
Yeah,
tough to control.
kids, don't go to school tomorrow. Hey, the
control
Habs won.
everyone.
Stay home. PC, take care of the kids tomorrow all day.
That's it. No, but when I think of New York, like, to me, it just goes deeper than just the player. It goes all the way to the management. I think that just show how much they know about what they need to move on forward with this young team, and having this guy in when it's really like important moment. He's been in Colorado. He's lived it. He knows what it takes. They have full trust in him, and the Canadian, without him, they were missing pieces. And when you add up that kind of player, I mean, they know it's like the real deal. And to me, again, like, I don't know, on the side of the
Well, I'm going to continue his phrase on the side of the
full thing.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry guys.
He's back.
To me, like, yeah.
Anyway, let's
So,
close it
to
up
me,
here.
it's just like on the side, like, I've been watching like Colorado. Oh shit! You guys can't hear me, huh?
Yeah, we can sometimes in and out.
He goes in and out,
Take
yeah.
your time. Take your time.
Okay. Okay.
We're gonna close out on this Molson Canadian player of the game, which was Alex.
Yeah, no, I
Newhook.
was just saying, like, Minnesota, Colorado. Like, we look at sorry guys. No, sorry. I think there's a 2 or 3 second lag, but I was just saying, guys, like, Minnesota, Colorado, like, I was looking on the side, like, the pace is really high. And to me, I don't think we saw the Tampa Bay Lightning, like, at their best. And I think that the upcoming series are going to be higher tempo. And I really believe that Montreal is going to have to raise up a notch. And I'm excited for that. I think it's going to be awesome to see it, but it's going to be incredible.
All right. We look forward to this this upcoming series for sure against the Buffalo Sabres. The series starts on Wednesday.
Starts
Sergio.
Wednesday, yeah.
Wednesday, Friday, and it's every 2 days. So Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Monday if there's another Game 7.
On the road, they won 3 games on the road. So
they
and there's a
played
lot
well.
of fans in Buffalo.
They played well. I just want to come
Canadian
back.
fans, I mean.
I want to come back. Like we
Yep.
talked about Newhook, but PC brought up a good point. Like, he was brought in to be a veteran guy, and he really showed the way in Game 7 tonight. And it's just another guy like Philippe Dandenault, which was at the time, like, it was a decent trade because you're like, oh, we got all these injuries, and you want him on the PK. You need that face-off presence.
And he was on the ice. He's on the ice at the end.
Yeah, but I mean, how well did he play in this series? I'm actually surprised because I didn't think, towards the end of the season, I'm like, should he be a scratch, play the younger guys and stuff? But he was key. I mean, the Kapanen was there, but now it's like, we need that veteran presence.
Yeah.
You need a Gallagher, and I think the veterans kind of calmed everybody down the stretch, and especially on a game 7 like this. What do you think about Dandenault? Like he's been a key part, and same with Gallagher. Just having that those veterans in there really helped out the young guys.
Yeah, because they know what they got to do, and they know that they got to keep it fancy. They don't have the legs like before, so they got to use their brain, right? And block shots or win face-offs for Dandenault, and make key plays at the end of the game when you have the lead. And he was out there on the ice at the end. It was Evans. Always, these are good two-way players. Obviously, the offensive Dandenault is not like before, but in going back to Suzuki, he's there at the end of the game. So he's a great two-way player. So these are guys that play center that going to take key draws for you at the end of it. And you need those guys, obviously, to win those games at the end of it. So Dandenault definitely, proved that he's still valuable. And he knows he's getting to the end of his career, and he wants to enjoy the playoffs. I mean, that, Dandy, and PC, when you get in the playoffs and you get a little bit older, it's like, man, I don't know if I can have another year or 2 years of this, so let's do whatever I can to stick in the league and play. So, hats off to Philippe.
PC, 0 shots in the second period, and they had 2 power plays. 2 power plays. When you go into a period like that, no shots, no nothing, and it was the same breakout, then it goes to Caulfield. He drops it off to Suzuki. And they can't even get control of the zone. You have to change the things up. Do you think they'll change their way against Buffalo and on the power play?
Well, I hope they shoot more. I think Buffalo, they're watching the games. They'll have scouts down here. I mean, we watch the CTV. They're trying to make those cross passes. And Tampa adjusted after the first game with all those passes across that they ended up, scoring on 3 goals in the first game. So definitely have to shoot more to start creating some chances after a rebound or something like that. So
the kids are more excited.
You're making me laugh. The kids are happy. They won. Kids are happy. They think because they heard me saying no school tomorrow. So they're going, yes.
Listen to Uncle Sergio.
Yeah.
No school.
The Italian guy from Montreal said, you don't have to go to school. He's like, I don't even know this guy. Don't listen to him. He's a bad man. God.
That goes back to the other night when we were talking about the old PP mentality and having a screen and just chaos and shooting and just pounding rebound. I think we need to see more of that. I will double down on that. I think we should be waiting for the tic-tac-toe, the perfect play on power play. I think it should be just chaos at the net, recovery. When you do your puck recovery, that's where you might be able to find that lane and do that seam pass and get that nice shot. But before that, they should just try to create chaos. I don't know what you guys think about that, but
I agree. It was just it's the breakout now. It's like they kept trying to do the same thing, and we've seen it for the last 7 games, and Tampa's seen it for the last 7 games. Though they all knew Caulfield wasn't even a threat about hitting that blue line. It's coming back to Suzuki, and then he's basically going in 1-on-4. But there's always a guy that was trickling back to Tampa, and they could recover that puck. So they need to change their entry, absolutely. And I think that was a big buzzkill for the Canadiens during that period. No shots and 2 clean power plays. I mean, that's something they got to change. And Buffalo's taking notes, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
And it's the same thing with Montreal. I mean, they've all watched this series back and forth, and it's gonna be a big thing. But what do you do if? Do we still we talked about the lineup, but to me, it's like the Slav. We need to get him going. He had a great first game, but then he didn't look all that good. He had some shots today.
He hit the bar.
He did hit the bar. He
hit the bar
dragged.
once, yes.
And then you think he had that empty net. he'd score.
Yeah.
And I was thinking Patrick Steffen. I was thinking Patrick Steffen right
Imagine
there.
if they come back and
they
score.
come back and score.
No.
Man.
We were all like going,
Yeah.
no, this can't happen.
But do you think the Canadians, like obviously this series, the depth of the Canadians and Dobesh, I mean, they won that series for them. The first two lines weren't all that present. Do you think they can get through Buffalo the same way?
I think if they play like they played Game 6 with their speed and moving the puck and attacking the net and playing smart, they were going north-south. They weren't always going back in their zone and this and that. They got some snipers. You see Tuck and those guys, and obviously Deline will be a key player on defense that they're going to have to keep an eye on coming up on the play and things like that. So, like you said, we'll have to wait and see. They were 2-2 this year against them, but this is totally different. They made some moves at the end, so it'll be interesting to see. And we always talk about the first 2-3 games. It gets, it's really physical. A lot of scrums after the whistle. People trying to establish now it's a new series. You saw at the end here as the games went on, there was less stuff after the whistle, less penalties. It got to more into you play whistle to whistle. So I think Buffalo will try to use their size to intimidate and hit, and we might see Jack Guy in the game right away for the first game because I think it will be physical against their D. So and he can replace Struble and have Dobson in. So there could be some things that could change, but that's something that we'll see.
What PC? What do you think about having Jack Guy out and Struble in tonight?
I mean, I think what Sergio says makes sense. Buffalo's going to come hard. Like they've been resting for a couple of days, and now Jack Guy needs to be in because exactly they're going to come in and they're going to try to pound the Canadian, because if they do the pre-scout, they're going to know that if you let them off the hook, they actually can play hockey. And I think that's, if you look at Washington last year, that's how they kicked them out. But I'm also happy the fact that right now Montreal doesn't have a break. They're a young team. They can recover fast and they don't lose momentum. They're just going to get right back in. Because if you look at Philly right now, like they kind of lost a little bit of their momentum, right? I don't know if you guys watched that game yesterday, but they were kind of flat. And that's not going to happen with the Montreal Canadiens because they won't get that loose time. And to me, it could go both ways tomorrow, but it's almost like this game is a wash for Montreal. Like as long as they come hard, they hold their ground, and they show that they're not backing down against Buffalo. To me, that's a win. Even if they lose on the road, to me, that's a win because they're going to go from Tampa right to Buffalo, and they're going to be waiting for them. So just make sure you hold your ground, guys, and after that, take whatever it is, the result. But to me, if they hold their ground like they did the first couple games against Tampa, they're in a good shape.
That's a good point, talking about the Philly and Carolina, because Rick Tocchet mentioned after the game, he said, our team is still on the high from the Pittsburgh win.
Yeah.
So that's the one thing you got to be concerned about the Canadiens. I mean, you win in Game 7 on the road against Tampa. I mean, are you still thinking about that, or you got to focus on the next series? Because Buffalo was just watching the game at home, just licking their chops. Like, only 9 shots. Yeah, we got to beat Dobesh, but at the same time, like, they didn't have that much opposition. So for the Canadiens, is it going to be hard to focus again for that second round series, because it's human nature to stay high on the Tampa series?
Yeah, you're right. It is human nature. You get into the next round and say, well, let's see how it goes, and you just feel the game out. But if you wait too long, you're going to get down a couple, and then it's hard to battle back. And obviously Buffalo's ready to go when the Habs come in. But the good thing is, I have to say, is that it's Sunday. So they don't play till Wednesday. So tomorrow is just a travel day. And you get in, you don't do anything. You go out and have a good dinner. And then you have a practice, I guess, Tuesday in Buffalo. Because I'm assuming they'll go straight to Buffalo. I don't know if they'll come back to Montreal. Because then you'd have to leave the next day. So whatever. I mean, so you got 2 days before the next game on Wednesday. So I think that's good for Montreal. Kind of refocus your energy and get ready for the next round.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's going to be interesting on Wednesday.
Start
for sure.
spreading the news.
Not yet. It's coming because we
I'm
promised.
leaving on Tuesday. We're going to Buffalo, New York, New York. Start having some wings and a beer or two, Max. You're going to Buffalo, New York. That's all I got for
That's
now.
all you got. Okay. Well, we did mention that if the Canadians would win,
They want me to sing, PC, but
Yeah.
I was just trying to think of a song for Buffalo.
That was actually
Awesome.
pretty good. People on the chat, they do
love
agree. It's like a
If
snow
they play
day.
Carolina, I can do Sweet Caroline, but they got to get to the next round.
Yes.
Okay?
No, exactly.
Yeah.
You think Carolina wins that series?
Yeah. Oh, nice.
I think they do, but
Yeah.
it's only one game. You
It's
never
only
know.
one game.
Hey, Philly's going to be better. That's for sure.
It's only one game. You're right. Alex Thompson was a beast again.
Yeah, they're big guys.
They're big guys
that could shoot the puck.
Yeah.
Those two guys are the key. There's no question in the slot and
Yeah.
in front of the net. They're going to be tough to move.
And Dallin's there. Like it's not like they're missing their headman either. And,
No.
And I think that was one of the keys tonight because I remember one time with Dobson, he broke up that play on that 2-on-1.
Yes.
Like the guy was going in.
That was Hagel.
That was Hagel
Yeah,
too. Yes.
yeah,
So
yeah.
he broke up that play with that active stick. So if Dobson's not there, maybe the Canadians just don't make it to Buffalo.
Yeah, and he's a
New
big
York.
guy, so he's going to be useful for sure in these games coming up. He played over 23 minutes tonight. So
Yeah. So okay. So we all agree there. Like Montreal tonight had too many passengers.
Yeah. Not enough guys got on the train, especially in the second period. They're all sitting down, and in the second period.
Yeah.
But they know that. They got away with one.
They got away with one. Like it doesn't happen that many times, but obviously, like they got away with one, and it got ugly. Like 9. I guess it's somewhat embarrassing.
That's got to be a record.
PC, have you ever what's the lowest shot total you ever gotten in a game? Like 9 shots. Have you gotten something that low?
I mean, even I don't know, guys. Like even when I was not playing that much, like 5 or 6 minutes a game, like I would be on the bench just chatting, like, "Hey guys, we need the puck at the net. Like, this is nonsense. Like if we want to score some goals, we need the puck at the net." So like to me, that's like kind of critical that you need to get in the double digit or at least 20 shots in a game if you want to expect to win, right? And it's the same thing for the hit. But tonight, Montreal actually hit, and they actually made it sound like they were the team, the aggressor, right? That's what I like. The last 2 games, that Montreal was the aggressor, and it actually paid off tonight. So again, like I'm really happy to join the bandwagon and be on.
We're gonna have
be
to
on
get
the
you to
wagon with
Montreal.
You guys for the rest of the series.
You're gonna have to come
Yeah,
down to
yeah,
Montreal.
I'm down for
because
that.
the bathroom
Yeah.
stuff. I think they're asleep now, which is good. They're in bed, so that's good. I love it. I love it.
And Simon just showed us something on the screen. I think
Yeah.
the lowest shot total twice this year, 17 shots, and then we had 9 shots. I mean, it was sloppy at times, disjointed at times. But here's a perfect example, people, about when you're an aggressor and then when you play on your heels. That was like a perfect example. When you're aggressor, that split second about throwing it deep, getting that puck, getting that momentum. And when you play on your heels, you're kind of scared to make a mistake and you don't get that red line. You don't do the easy play. Because there was times like, thank God they won the face-off, but they win the face-off clean. And they just kind of rim it. And at one time I saw Demidov, he's going up the middle. He's not going on the boards. Like, it's just those little plays. Then the puck comes back, icing again. There's no momentum. Everybody gets stuck out there. Next thing you know, there's a penalty. So now you got all the guys on the bench. So it's just those little details that make a huge difference in the game. Huge difference about being aggressive or in being on your heels. Gentlemen, should we go to our bet? 3, 6, 5 tonight, Simon.
Are you tired of waiting for the end of the game to get paid? Ready to move on to the next puck drop? That's why Bet365, an official partner of the NHL, has 3-goal early payout. If the team you're riding goes up 3 goals at any point in the game, they'll pay your bet out early. Hockey moves fast, and now with 3-goal early payout, there's one less thing you have to wait around for. Bet365, don't forget to download the app and see what early payouts all about. Must be 19 or older. Please play responsibly.
Well. Bet365. Canadians are never favorite. They're never favorite at all. So the Canadians are at 2. The Sabres at 1.83. PC Labrie with the whole family. Who do you take?
Easy call for me. I'm right on Montreal Canadian, and you're going to hear me going all the way. I might actually even make myself a nice jersey, Sergio Momesso, and start wearing it. That might be my
wow.
Yeah, that might be my new thing.
I'm honored.
You're gonna give him a hat too. You gotta give him a hat.
I guess. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
oh yeah,
Momesso.
send him the stuff.
Oh yeah.
Send us your address.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, you should have him come in.
Well, he's
got to
come to the studio now.
Yeah,
That's it.
Yeah.
You need a break from the. You need a break from the
Those
kids.
shipping costs.
Yeah. You need a break from the kids. You get over here. Oh God.
Yeah.
Tell your wife you gotta go. You gotta go work.
Gotta go work.
Yeah.
Sergio,
You
what
gotta
do you?
do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this series? We'll do that's the first game.
Yeah.
So who do you think wins on Wednesday?
Well, I'm going to go with the Habs. I mean, there's not much of a difference there. And, they got to win one out of the two. So I'll say they're going to be better than they were tonight.
Yeah.
And, they got a hot goalie.
Yeah.
And I like the way they're just going to ride the wave of the big Dobish coming into town. There you go.
The big wave,
The big wave, yeah.
Yeah, Dobish is good. As for myself, my prediction came true. I said Montreal in 7, and they won in 7. I have a tough feeling about Game 1.
Yeah,
and
I know what you mean. I
think the Sabres are ready. I mean, they're on a high too. I believe they're the 2 youngest team in the NHL this year. I think Buffalo is like a year older or something. Like, it's so close.
Yeah.
So it's the 2 youngest team. I think so. Maybe people on the chat or Simon can refresh my memory, but I think they're 2 young teams no matter what, and I think Buffalo is sitting at home. I think Buffalo takes Game 1. Although I think the Canadians will win the series, but I think Buffalo will win Game 1 because they're more ready. I mean, you're on a high of winning Game 7, blah, 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 all that stuff. It's the most fun. Like, winning Game 7 is huge, and I remember winning in 2002 against Colorado, our arch nemesis.
Yes.
And we won Game 6 in Colorado, 2-0. Game 7, what was it? I think it was 7-0, also at home. Yours truly played the most minutes, I think, because we were up 4-0 after the first period. So Nick Lidstrom untied his skates for the rest of the game. But what a feeling and what a high. And then starting the finals, we lost Game 1 at home against Carolina. And because you get the whole emotion about beating Colorado. And we pretty much knew that we were going to win. Whoever won that series would win the Stanley Cup, or obviously heavy favorites to win the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
So that's my reasoning about having Buffalo winning that Game 1. But I think Montreal can pull it through in 7. Obviously, it's going to be another. It's so friggin' tight. I mean, again, 2-2, 13 shots, 13 goals aside. Okay, so now you mentioned Canadians win that game. What do you feel about the series? Who wins the series?
Oh, I still go with the Habs.
In how many?
I hope they do it in 6.
6?
Yeah.
Wow.
I want to go back to Buffalo. Game 7, not after. I like the way they played Game 6. I'd say 6.
People, again tonight, Mr. Momesso banged his fist on the table again. A couple Italian languages going in. Like, you really get into it, huh?
Well, how about you?
Yeah, I did too.
You actually were worse than I was. You got me going. You were circling the table.
I was.
This and that, and I just said, hey, I'll just
was.
bang the table because you.
Can you believe it?
You were like freaking out.
I'm 50 years old now, and it's just like it really gets to you. It really gets to you now that we're doing all these things, and you got to analyze to the T, and it's just you.
Well, we want the vibe.
You relive it again.
We want the vibe to keep going in the city.
To be a player.
And it's not like we just want to keep the fun going because we're having fun with this, and the whole city's having fun.
All right. People on the chat, I want to hear from you. What are your predictions for this series? PC, go ahead. Who do you think wins this series? I know it well. In how many games? We know who, but how many games?
Yeah. No, I'm going in 7 again. I think it's going to be a long series. Yeah. I think it's going to be a long series, guys. And at the end, I think Dobesh is still going to be the guy with the key saves and that's going to pull the team. And I know we're going to close this segment about 365, the bet, but now that the first round is over, what do you guys think about who's going to win the cup? What do you guys?
It's so far ahead, but
Well, I think you talked about when it was yourself in Detroit, and Colorado.
Yeah.
I think Minnesota, Colorado is going to be a hell of a series.
Yeah.
And I think that's the team that goes to the final.
Yeah.
One of those two,
Right.
in the West, right?
Yeah. I had Vegas winning at the beginning of the year. Do you think Vegas can do a run for the money against Colorado or Minnesota, whoever comes out? You thinking whoever comes out, Colorado, Minnesota, wins the cup?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think, but of those two teams, they're the best. I say they'd be in the final.
Yeah.
I'd say.
And
I'd say I don't know. I mean, it's so far to talk about that. I mean, I know we're just joking around, but those are the two teams that this will be a hell of a series. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to watch that.
I think Colorado is a better match than Minnesota for Montreal.
Wow.
Yeah, that
that's
type
what
of
I believe.
speed
I
game,
think if they get Colorado in the final, that'd be a better match to go all the way.
They did kill him like 7-2 this year, didn't they? Like, I mean, they got beat big time there, then came back and they beat him. They beat him pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's gonna be high skill. That's for sure. I mean, it's a dream. It's a dream matchup, I think, this year to have Colorado, les anciens Nordiques, against les Canadiens. People on the chat, wow! Somebody said I'm gonna go crazy and say Montreal in 5. Wow, Habs in 6. Some again in 5. Dobesh he's gonna stay hot. Like people are pretty stoked about the Canadiens. That's for sure. People, that was our bet 365. Yeah, Colorado 1-1, 9 goals and 10 against. Like it's so damn tight. I mean, the whole NHL is so tight. But that was our segment bet 365. Very interesting. So, gentlemen. The show continues. We will move on. Please follow us on all our social media. We'll tell you, but it'll probably be another.
Simon, can you put that back up on the
1-1 against Colorado?
No. He was telling us we're doing a show at noon or something.
Oh, are we?
Yeah. Put it back up so we can tell our. Here we go.
Okay, next show, Hockey with an Accent, Tuesday at noon. Do you think
this is a pregame show?
Yeah.
So Max he's not going to be here.
No, but he'll probably do it from there. Maybe.
Yeah. Sure,
there might be a sighting for a tribal chief.
There he is.
Might be coming
he'll
back.
show us a little bit of the city of Buffalo and all that. Yeah.
I don't think he'll be shirtless poolside on this one. He's done a couple posts that way. We love our Max. So yeah, next show that's be awesome. Max will drive to Buffalo after the show. Oh, Max is coming back. Perfect.
Yeah, he's coming back tomorrow from
that's
Tampa,
awesome.
and he's back home yet. You
That's
got to
great.
go home and see the kids, and then go back to work.
Yeah.
From
Leave all he's going to leave all his sunscreen at home and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Pick up his jacket.
Gonna stop by Quebec City there, check on the PCs, kids.
So now that the Canadiens won in 7, how about a little close down to the show? We need a little music, a little light. Do you want to sing a little bit of something?
What kind of music are you playing?
I'm not sure. Like, go ahead, sing
No,
a song.
I didn't
to
have
sing
anything
a
with
song.
Buffalo. I had
Sing Buffalo, New York again. But we'll have the lights on. And people, we love having you again.
Look at this. What's he playing?
Go Habs, go. No, he's going to put some lights. What do we got? Simon. Hey!
Ole, ole.
Ole, ole, ole. 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 Ole.
Dandy.
Ole. Ole.
Got to get to the studio, PC.
DC, you got to come in. That would be nice. People, thank you so much for joining in again tonight. The Habs win in 7. Only 9 shots. Let's buckle down against Buffalo on Wednesday. We'll have you Tuesday at noon for the next show. Hockey with an Accent. Sergio Momesso, the King of King. Thank you again for being here. PC Labrie, have fun with the family. You broke up a little bit there and there, but we love having your analysts. You're a great guy.
Yeah, PC, awesome, PC.
Former
guys.
Tampa Bay
Appreciate it.
Lightning, but now he's on the Canadiens
over, guys.
bandwagon.
Right now, he's going red.
He's going red. Le Rouge.
Yeah, we're going red.
All right, thank you so much.
boys.
Have a great evening, everybody, and
go.
we'll see you on Tuesday at noon. Ciao.
Hockey with an Accent was presented by Molson.